Greetings and salutations, Heisters. I have decided to make some Payday 2 videos focused on newer players and how to get by while playing this game. This is all based on my experience with the game since 14th of August 2014. This comes with a caveat that there is some information not included here on purpose, as it will be covered later down the line, like stealth, getting rich, and infamy levels. I find this game is an interesting approach to difficulty. While it has the generic difficulty setting, difficulty is also determined by level design for each individual heist by available cover, random factors such as where the escape will be, number of loot bags needed to be secured, and additional steps that are needed to be completed to reach the intended goal, be it loot, assassination, stealing information, or something else entirely. The game does offer players a possible handicap to make certain levels easier by taking hostages, which makes the time between police assaults slightly longer and the use of jokers to take some of the pressure off you and your team while you go with your business. Jokers are converted cops that fight on your side and can be quite powerful. The law enforcers you encounter from normal to overkill difficulty are an interesting mix. You will run into Metropolitan SWAT members first, armed with a compact 5 submachine gun or a Reinfeld 853 shotgun. They do not have a large health pool, so dealing with them is pretty straightforward with all weapons. On hard, you will run into yellow SWAT cars that have, in addition to the compact 5 or the Reinfeld 880, a car for assault rifle. These cops are about twice as difficult as the SWATs encountered on normal. Very hard sees the introduction of the heavy response unit. I find these swords a bit of an enigma and find myself focusing on headshots to get rid of them quickly before they cause any trouble with their Reinfeld 880 and Car 4. Maximum post responders arrive at overkill difficulty. These lads are something you might want to pay attention to. They have body armor that protects them from all small arms fire. Certain skills and weapons like sniper rifles can penetrate their armor. There are some other law enforcers I have not mentioned, like various FBI agents and guards that are just murdered within the first couple of minutes and never seen again during the heist. There are 6 specials you encounter while heisting: SEALs, tasers, cloakers, closers, medics, and snipers. Here is some info on them. SEALs have a purpose to get in the way more than anything else. Their SEALs can absorb most of incoming fire and block line of sight. The worst problem I have with fighting SEALs is their ability to cover the cops behind them and geopass me when I'm trying to get behind them. Sniper rifles can shoot through the SEAL, and with DLC you can get additional options to kill SEAls. Grenade launchers, dragonfire rounds, and AP slugs along with sniper rifles is the only way to kill SEAls at range, as trying to run behind them can be quite detrimental to your well-being on higher difficulties or impossible due to confined spaces like corridors. The taser is the most annoying special unit in the game because you are more often than not playing Spot Valley as you can't see where you're being tased from. Having shockproof taste takes care of this for the most part, along with saving a lot of ammo and maybe saving your life as cops can shoot you to shit while you're being tased. I find these quite interesting. These have a habit of kicking you in the face and then beat you when you're down. The hardest part about them is that they tend to hide somewhere under various things, behind doors or behind the wall you are likely to pass. When you know most of the hiding places, you have a good chance of dealing with them. I find that moving backwards helps, as you might move out of range of their kick. These are the most dangerous enemies in the game, no question. However, they have some behavior that you can take advantage of and move quite slowly. As they tend to act quite randomly, you can just move away from them and see them just walk away or something. Moving backwards while shooting them or dumping magazine in their face at point blank range works well enough. After you peel off their faceplates, they have the highest headshot multiplier in the game, thus die very quickly. This can act as bullet sponges if you have a shotgun or a LMG. Bulldozers come in 2 variants to overkill difficulty: a green dozer with a Reinfeld 880 shotgun generally called a green dozer, and a black dozer with an ISMA 12 gauge jug. They are generally called Saiga dosers or black dosers. Medics can heal a single law enforcer or special, including other medics, to full health. This makes medics a high priority as where to dispense bullets. Having a nearly dead bulldozer healed to full health can be quite detrimental on higher difficulties. These last can be very dangerous as they can down a player with low health and armor. Their damage transfers to the player's health if the armor will be depleted. Countering snipers requires some caution. They tend to miss their first shot if you are moving and thus giving you a small window to shoot them. I would recommend assault rifles, sniper rifles or pistols with high accuracy as their distance from you can be considerable. On some maps they can be obscured behind trees, highlighting them can be quite hard due to the distance. Though the Thea magnified scope and the aced version of high value target skill will highlight them if you aim at them. Memorizing the locations of snipers is one of the best things you can do to counter them. The correct way to fight cops varies a lot. It depends on your playstyle, the heist, other players, and difficulty level. I generally keep mobile and avoid open spaces as much as I can. Cops generally spawn from several locations at once, so you will have to keep an eye on your flank and adjust your position accordingly. Your safety does come first, and using hit and run tactics to deal with a large group of cops, even running in a circle to hide the cops around while picking them off and returning to your objective. One of the trickier parts on higher difficulties is how to deal with large amount of law enforcers and specials that spawn at any given time. Choosing which cop to kill first can be very important, as some are more dangerous than others. If you got some range on the cops, you might want to focus on medics, cloakers and tasers before picking off the other cops and bulldozers. If you are at close range, I will highly recommend taking cloakers and dozers first, as they can down you almost instantly. Then go for medics and tasers before moving down the cops. Seals are just targets of opportunity, as their damage output is not that serious compared to the others, and I only go for them if there are few other cops around or if they are getting in the way. Ammo efficiency is very important when fighting the cops. However, as difficulty increases, cops require more bullets to kill. Picking up ammo boxes is not always an option. You might want to have an ammo bag you can use as not to run out of ammo. Knowing how much ammo you will need for the heist you are about to do is very important to plan accordingly. Switching between your primary and secondary weapon is essential to make use of the ammo boxes you pick up. I find that the weapon mods in this game allow you to make weapons to suit certain situations and builds. However, the modifications that come with the base game are quite few. There's quite a number of modifications tied to the community group on Steam. There's a lot of modifications locked behind DLC, some of the best in the game. As you can purchase weapon modifications for 6 continental coins each, you can finish one safe house raid to buy a modification you need. If there's no one raiding your safe house, Crime.net should have some safe house raid you can join. You will get 6 coins regardless of difficulty. You can also gain continental coins for doing jobs, but this is very slow progress when you're playing on anything less than overkill. Now to get a little rank. There is a lot of DLC for this game. For a new player, it is just a nightmare to see all this pile of DLC and having no idea what to get. I'll make some videos on this and what DLC offers most bang for your buck. A major problem with the DLC route is that you need some of these weapons and modifications to be able to be successful on higher difficulties. I think that Overkill made some additions to the game, like Captain Winters, the SWAT turret and 1 down difficulty, due to all the power DLC gives players. I wonder why the base game does not include a grenade launcher, as these are so insanely powerful when dealing with larger groups of cops, SEALs and Captain Winters on higher difficulties. However, there are other ways to deal with the aforementioned things, but it is all behind one DLC or another. One can attempt to finish higher difficulties of Mayhem and above with just base game items if you need a challenge. There are currently 8 different deployables in the game: ammo bags, medic bags, first aid kits, body bag cases, treatments, ECM jammers, and 2 kinds of turrets. Ammo bags have 400% ammo and upgraded to 600%. Merit bags have 2 charges and 4 charges when upgraded and resets how many times you have been down. Damn good way to keep yourself out of custody. First aid kits, generally called FACs, give you full health. Dodge builds generally rely on these to stay at full health. However, there are instances where this is useless, like with builds that use Berserker Ace to increase their damage output, or situations that call for more ammo bags, merit bags, or C4. What deployable you bring depends quite on your weapon layout, difficulty, and the heist. After you slog through that makeshift silliness that is a tutorial, you should have some skill points to go around and maybe some cash to buy a new weapon. As a first heist, I would recommend something on normal or hard, depending on your experience with shooters. A simple bank heist, a jewelry store, mall cashier, or boss stores will do fine to get some additional cash and levels. These heists have almost no skill requirements, but the bank heist benefits from drill skill, and all but mall cashier have the expert driver asset available if you do not want the possibility of an escape. This does require the 6th sense skill aced in the ghost. Where to go from here is a good question that I do not have an answer for, as that will be your choice. I am focusing this channel on new people who are Payday 2 and thus will be starting with some base game content, followed by the advantages of joining the Payday 2 community group on Steam. I am very sorry for those that are on console, as I do not play this game there, and the fact that the PC version is quite different. I will cover some of the DLC that I find being good value for the cash you spend on it. I might open the ability for you people to ask me to find useful weapons on certain difficulty when you have access to a limited DLC. Happy heisting, people!